Fahrat, il nostro grande amico da deserti e città, paura lui non ha. Il vortice che incombe sulla terra è già qua, ma lui ci salverà. Fahrat, sei sempre con noi, tra magia e realtà. Fahrat, non arrenderti mai, la luce brillerà. Grande il nostro eroe, Fahrat. 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 Principe Fahrat, sei sempre con noi, tra magia e realtà. Fahrat, non arrenderti mai, la luce brillerà. Grande il nostro eroe, Principe Fahrat. Grande il nostro eroe, Fahrat.
Layla has injected Tilda with a special potion that separates her spirit from her body. Tilda is now a phantom, and Layla disposes of the body, making sure that Tilda cannot re-enter it. All seems lost, but what Layla didn't count on was the spirit of Silvermore.
Farhat!
Tilda, my darling, explain everything that happened to you. What can I do to help?
My earthly body is missing, and I don't know when or if I'll ever find it again. It's like I'm a ghost. I can't communicate at all with the physical world. I can cross the ocean in the blink of an eye, and I can finally speak to you face to face. And believe me, that's the only part of this I'm grateful for. But to the outside world, it's like I don't even exist anymore. It's hopeless, Mama.
And how long have you been under this spell?
2 full days so far, and if my soul doesn't return to my body soon, I may have to remain a disembodied spirit forever.
You mean your soul will be trapped in this spirit world forever?
Or even worse, I may be separated from you and sent to some other dimension.
I won't let that happen. I'm here to help you.
But how?
Never lose hope. There are always possibilities. There is indeed a way for spirits to interact with the physical world. And so what's taken me years to master, I'll just have to teach you in a matter of hours.
I just don't understand why Tilda would suddenly quit like that. Sure, we had our arguments, but to just walk out on us. It's so unlike Tilda to do that. I couldn't even sleep last night. I was so consumed with this awful feeling that something's wrong.
When one's mind is clouded by dark and troubling questions, one must always turn on the light so they can see the answer.
Sometimes the simplest answer is the one we reject, because we keep making the question more difficult than it already needs to be.
A pithy proverb. My compliments.
You know how impulsive we girls can be. Tilda probably felt that she's made so many mistakes on this mission that the best thing she could do would be to step aside and let the rest of us carry on without her. Perhaps she had feared that you would think less of her if she had stayed on.
No, that couldn't be true. Tilda knows how important she is to me.
Then maybe it's just a phase she's going through. As soon as we complete our mission, she'll come back to us and it'll be like nothing ever happened. I'm sure of it. So what's in the lesson plan for today, oh great master of potions?
Today we're going to learn about the alchemic differences between BERETTA and Sensorilla. Are you ready?
I think the Sensorilla is the one that looks like a clear liquid. Do I have that right, Professor?
That's how I prepare it, but it depends on the potency.
Actually, I'm more interested in the grass Pilacella. Now, do you let that dry for 2 days or 3?
2, 3, it depends. It usually just take a look at it and decide if it's dry enough. It really doesn't matter much.
According to the Book of Potions, it must dry from the first sun to the second following sun, then from that dawn to the dawn of 2 days later. Neither more nor less.
Well, if that's what the book says, I suppose I have gotten a bit cavalier with my potions lately.
Let's stick to what's written. Tomorrow we'll begin the drying process at the appropriate time.
As you wish, my dear. After all, it's your education.
Ow! That silly little pushover of a scorpion! Don't you realize that she's got you wrapped around her little finger?
I did what you asked for, Layla. I went to the top of that hill and exposed the magic dust of the Shariman to the first rays of dawn like you told me to do.
Thank you so much, Rashid. Excellent. excellent work, and you are now a worthy heir to the glorious ancient keepers of the Shariman.
Oh, well, it was nothing. I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but I guess I'm glorious in my own humble little way.
Don't underestimate yourself, Rashid. The success of our mission depends on all the great work you've been doing for us.
Well, I suppose if it's coming from someone like you, then it must be true.
Enough! I can't take much more.
Do you know where you are, Tilda?
Papa brought me here once when I was a little girl to watch the seagulls.
It was important for you to know this place. We've come here to calm your restless spirit. Tell me, Tilda, are you relaxed?
Yes. I feel like a weight has been lifted.
Feel the wind against your cheeks. It brings with it the scent of the sea and the aroma of beautiful flowers.
No, I don't think this is helping me get anywhere.
Don't be so impatient. Let the wind embrace you. It takes a little time for the magic to work.
Yes, I think it's working, Mama. I'm one with the windmill. Ah, yes!
Control, dear daughter. It's all about maintaining control.
I just can't wrap my head around the idea that Tilda would abandon us like this.
I, for one, don't believe that's what really happened.
But Ben, what are you saying?
When something appears to be quite inconceivable, there's a good chance it really is. I'm not trying to point any fingers at anyone, Farhat, but I don't believe Tilda left of her own free will. It's not like her.
What are you saying? She was abducted?
No, what I mean is... Huh?
I've been looking all over for you two.
We'll have to talk about this later. Don't you ever rest, Layla?
When the mission's over, then I'll have time. Lots of it. I may not be as wise as your friend Ben, but I can be a good listener.
I'm okay. I'm just worried about Tilda, like everyone else.
It's the story of my life. Some girl turns her back on a boy, and all he can do is think about her instead of the girl right beside him.
I appreciate all of your hard work, but Tilda is more than just some girl.
I'm sorry I was jealous, Farhat. I just want you to know that I'll never leave your side, no matter what.
Thank you, Layla. You'll have to excuse my behavior. I'm just a little distracted.
Of course you are. Tilda was important to all of us. Naturally, we're all sad that now she's gone.
Maybe we all depended on her too much, or... I'm sorry. No, I'm just trying to make sense of it all.
Don't worry, sweetheart. I'm sure you'll come up with an explanation soon.
So where does this Layla come from anyway? What do we know of her?
That's a very good question. All I know is that she was some student prodigy in Russia and the pride of her country or something.
With that much intelligence, you would think she'd be compelled to help her fellow man. Why would she betray you like this?
I don't know. Maybe she was just jealous of me and Farhat, but I'm not sure. It's not enough to justify what she's done. The only thing I can think of is that she's under the spell of the Namarash. The Black Scorpion must have sensed whatever grudge she had against me and intensified it.
The Namarash is capable of influencing people, yes, but it can't turn someone who's pure of heart into a murderess.
Are you trying to say that Layla was evil even before she was exposed to the Namarash?
It's possible. Everyone has the capacity for both good and evil.
If I ever get out of this mess, I'm going to watch her like a hawk and follow every move, every footstep.
By the way, do you think these would be of any use to you? I found these in the forest after you sealed the black hole.
The letters from the storm in Oxford. They'd been accidentally swallowed by the vortex.
And your spirit form can touch them.
Very interesting. I didn't even think about not being able to when I took them from your hands. It's magic.
Or perhaps it's just a sign of your progress. I think it's time. You're getting stronger.
You're correctly correct, Mama.
I want to try an experiment. This concentrated potion should increase the darker powers within the dust. Yes, the energy of the Namarash is responding. I can feel it. It calls to me.
Seven tall and beautiful friends. Like bars of steel, they will not bend. I was so sad and wondered why, but now they'll lead me to the sky. What a peculiar sight! I wonder who it is. Why, it looks like a handsome prince! May I be your princess one day?
The monoliths, the black hole. As a child, I must have seen my own destiny. But why couldn't I remember that before? Well, it's not important. The Namarash has shown me that I'm fulfilling my destiny now. I'll possess Fahrat. I'll have everything.
Layla, I was hoping you'd come back. We need to talk.
No time for that now, Fahrat. It's time for action. We can talk some other time.
But it's about Tilda.
We can't waste our time daydreaming about her when we don't even know where the next black hole will open up.
She's right, you know. Tilda can take care of herself. We've got bigger fish to fry.
And I, as the glorious heir to something or other, must agree with you. The mission comes first.
You're right. Let's finish the job at hand. The world is depending on us.
Here are the instructions. We each take one.
How do we divide them up?
Let me see them. This one we'll give to our great professor of alchemy, Dr. Wings.
Ah. Ha ha ha.
Ben?
Magic potions and arcane chemistry aren't really my areas of expertise.
Don't worry, the cards themselves don't do anything. I'll choose one to cover the coordinates of the North Pole. Can you take the last one, Fahrat?
Then Rashid's in the center?
The center of the circle is important. It's for the wisest one among us.
Yeah. Got it. Our center of the circle.
Oh, what a glorious honor. Duty calls, my friend, and I'm the guy answering the phone.
Rashid, as a ballerina, you are a complete and utter disaster, but as a whirling dervish, I think you found your true calling.
Just you wait, my friend. Just you wait.
Hey, this isn't a game.
Right. Let me focus.
Excellent. Either it's working or he's just getting dizzy.
Hey, don't you think he's spinning a little too fast?
Silence! Now be quiet. You're only going to break his concentration.
No, I think he's right. Ben, what was that about a whirling dervish? Help! Somebody stop me! Help!
Red hot Sans, this calls for an intervention. I might have a little something here. No? Here we are.
No, we need to give him just a few more minutes.
A few more minutes might be too late. He needs our help. Enough!
Yeah, let's stop him. Hurry!
Well, what can we use for an antidote?
Stachysilla might work, or maybe some stopperilla.
No, it'll have to be something even stronger than those two.
Make a decision!
How about a little nurserilla? He'll just hang there motionless.
Shadow!
In the nick of time, brother. You want a gift for
Rashid into the tent! Wings! Whip up something to give to my shadow!
Sure, just after I untangle myself from the...
I don't understand why this didn't work. I thought I had planned it all out.
Because the team is incomplete without Tilda. Without her, the balance is off and the ceremony won't work.
Ben is right. We need to get her back.
Yes, of course. I'll get right to work on bringing Tilda back into the group.
It's no use, Mother. We've tried doing this the whole night, and I'm just never going to be able to touch the physical world again.
Don't give up after one night. The Swansons never surrender.
Mama, take me to Daddy. I want to try one last time to connect with him.
Huh? Mrs. Smith, are you in the house somewhere? That doesn't make any sense. Somebody had to have left the milk on the boil like that. And now I see the door is broken on the fridge. They sure don't make them like they used to. Huh, now I'm getting hungry. Time for a little breakfast. Huh? Shovels and picks. The Swansons have lived in this house for 3 generations, and all of a sudden the ghosts come out to play all at once? But at least it's a ghost that likes to fix me breakfast. Ah. Milk with creamer, just the way I like it every morning. Huh? It's Greta and Tilda. It is you, isn't it? Huh? But how do I communicate with you? Let's see. How about, what I'll do is ask a simple question. Bang on the table once for yes, and bang on the table twice for no. Do you need my help? I see. Okay. What kind of help? Should I call Farhat? Ah. Perhaps you would like me to help you look for something. Should I look for someone? No. Leave the house? No. Well then, go into the forest? Stay in the kitchen? In the living room? Maybe the bathroom? Huh? There are 2 types of ghosts, those that can move objects in the physical world and those that cannot. They are incapable. A ghost? It's impossible. Not Tilda. Ah, well, just a spirit temporarily. And you need to learn how to interact with the objects in the physical world so you can come back. Do I have that right? Well, we better get to work on this right away. And I think I know how.
I don't understand. What's Daddy doing?
Do you remember this from when you were a child? Your little blue kite? Tilda, your kite has a long, beautiful thread attached to it, but if the wind dies down, it'll fall into the street, remember? Tilda, don't tell me that you forgot how to fly a kite. A true Swanson like my Tilda would fly this kite so high she'd put every other girl on this block to shame.
Just play, sweetie. Play like you would when you were a child. Yes, that's my big girl. You've made us both very proud.
Tilda, come over to your papa. You can do it. You can do it. I can feel you, honey. I know you're there.
Now that you've learned how to interact with the physical world, hurry and get your body back before it's too late. And make sure to give that Layla a piece of my mind.
Any luck?
I just need one ingredient. Just stay here until I get back. to make sure he doesn't suspect anything. With what I'm planning, he won't, and hopefully the tide has dragged her body away. With a little SCREENPLAY. But how? It's impossible!
You worm! You filthy, incorrect hyena! Surprise, surprise! Give me one good reason not to punch you in the middle of next week, you conniving
I'm begging
rat.
you, please! Don't hurt me!
You're a sniveling coward to top it all off! Wait till I tell Farhat, Layla, and all the others about what you did to me and what a repugnant little faker you are!
All over? Not quite, Miss Goody Two-Shoes. You should have gotten rid of me while you had the chance. You see, I've been brushing up on my potions, and I just prepared a new one called SCREENPLAY. It allows me to have complete control over you. Tilda, my best friend! How fortunate that I found you again. Why would you act so silly and leave us when we all want you back?
Gee, how long have I been alone out here in the woods just wandering around?
Oh dear, poor thing. Don't you remember how you were possessed by the Namarash and it made you want to leave the group and treat your best friend Layla so badly and made you come here to the river?
You know, now that you mention it, I've been wandering the dark landscape out of guilt for what the Namarash was doing to me the whole time.
Well, that's all in the past.
And I must have been possessed by the darkness, so I left all of you and went out into the forest without any camping equipment or anything, and it was so scary. But I was so fortunate that my friend Layla found me and rescued me. I love you, Layla, so much.
Me too, little sister.
Well, it's good to have you back safe and sound.
It just wasn't the same without you.
And to think you were all so worried about little old me. Thank you.
Oh.
You might want to save some of that sugar for Farhat.
And just where is that dear, sweet, but totally platonic friend of mine, Farhat?
I just spoke to Nigel. I reassured him. I said that you were perfectly fine and that you're resting.
But you told a little fib because as everyone can plainly see, I'm more awake than ever, you silly boy.
In any case, you've been through a lot, and I can tell that you should get some rest.
She was out there for days, and the loneliness has taken its toll on the poor girl.
Hot Sands! She doesn't appear to be quite herself yet, if you know what I mean.
She does seem to be behaving strangely to me.
It's called post-traumatic stress syndrome. She's got all the signs of it, but it's nothing that a little sleep can't cure.
I could cure that with just a simple potion.
No, even the stress of that might be too much for her. It's very important that she gets her rest.
Come along, Tilda. We'll put you to bed with a nice hot bowl of Boric, eh?
Oh, Boric! I love Boric! Did I tell you how Layla rescued me from being out there all alone and everything?
Okay, now that Tilda's back on the team, we can finally start making some progress again.
Oh, my bunk, it's so beautiful!
Tilda, you mentioned being possessed by the darkness, but I never saw any signs at all.
Where's that Boric? I'm famished. Huh? Oh. Huh? What are these? Hi, little koala. What's your name? My name is Tilda.
Fahrat!